Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking all about the new and upcoming luxury makeup, and I'll be sharing my thoughts and telling you whether or not I am planning to purchase in the segment I call Love It or Leave It. And I have a lot of fragrance to talk about today. Usually these videos are focused mainly on makeup, but today we're going to talk about it all because there are just so many new launches coming out, and these videos are always a group project. I like to gauge your interest, so make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section. And watch until the very end of today's video because I will be hosting another giveaway as part of my 12 days of giveaways series. And of course, all of the information you need will also be listed down below in the description box. I'll be using both the Trend Mood and Chic Profile official Instagram pages. I will make sure I link them down below because they are both incredible resources, especially if you like beauty sneak peeks, so you can follow along. Right now, I'm looking at the Kayali Instagram page because they are launching a new fragrance. Eden Juicy Apple 01, the Eau de Parfum. And I'm going to read you the information. It's a fruity floral and deliciously sweet. It says, playful, vibrant, this succulent scent is a tempting, mouth-watering fusion of crisp, juicy red apples, sweet berries, and fresh floral notes that will keep you wanting more and more. So it's going to be a fruity floral with an emphasis on crisp, juicy apples. This sounds really incredible. In fact, my mouth is watering just thinking about it, just reading the notes. The top notes are juicy red apple, blackcurrant, pink grapefruit, and lychee. Middle notes are wild berries, raspberry blossom, jasmine, and rose centifolia. The dry down or the base notes are vanilla flower, amber crystal, sugared moss, and sensual musk. Everything sounds good. All of those notes, top, middle, bottom. Everything sounds incredible. I've never been a huge grapefruit fan, but the Kayali grapefruit is insanely good. It just blew me away. That was one of those surprises whenever I reviewed the entire Kayali fragrance line. It sounds like more of a spring-summer fragrance. When I hear those notes, I just think of a fruity floral that I would wear over the summer. But maybe not. Maybe with all of those berry notes, it will be winter appropriate. And of course, when a fragrance is really good, you just wear it anytime you feel like it. I imagine it will be similar to the rest of the Kayali range, and it will be layerable. So even though it sounds really complex and complicated, I think it will probably be somewhat simple, but maybe it would pair really nicely with the grapefruit, or of course, everything goes really well with vanilla 28, but maybe the musk. There's musk in there as well, elixir. I can already think of so many different combinations. I want to say there's an apple note in the elixir fragrance. So those might pair really nicely together, and then it would lean more fall winter. So I think you could probably play around with it and layer. I think this sounds like a really interesting addition to the line they already have. I've been watching all of these videos they have on their Instagram page. Their marketing is incredible. They just draw you in and they capture your interest. And I think the name is very cheeky and kind of cute as well. Eden, apple, like the Garden of Eden. Here I am spelling it out for you. I'm sure that was pretty obvious. I can't wait. We have more new fragrances here to talk about. Now I'm looking at the Fragrance de Bois Instagram page. They are launching a brand new line called The Lovers. I'm not sure if this is going to be a small initial launch or if they're going to continue to add fragrances and extend over time. But this one is called Cavort. Looks like a bright purple label on the bottle. It says, at its heart, it's a tantalizing mix of rose absolute, orange flower, ylang ylang, jasmine, underpinned by sensual notes of wood and spice. I love that combination. A perfume that will turn heads. This is a luxurious gift to sell for the most decadent celebrations of the season, or one to share with somebody very special in your life. And it says pour homme, pour femme. So it's a unisex fragrance. I think most of them are. I'm just interested. I'm really curious. Anything described as really decadent always piques my interest. And then they have another one here that sounds really good. Secret Tryst. I just pulled up the notes. It says bergamot, citrus notes, sensual cedarwood, jasmine, raw earthy musk, vetiver, frankincense, and beguiling rose. Adds a touch of racy romance. I like this label as well, the black and red cursive. It looks very sexy. Kind of seems like it will be an evening appropriate fragrance. Of course, you can't really tell anything by the label, but it does sort of set the tone. I think it sets the mood that they're trying to create with the fragrance. I'm not sure which one piques my interest more. They both sound really interesting. I just really want to try both of them and see. And Fragrance du Bois carries some of the best fragrances in my collection. Eau Jaune Intense, Santal Complète, Minuit et Demi. I think that might be available again. But there are just so many. New York Fifth Avenue is incredible. Next, I want to talk about this new Tom Ford fragrance, Eben Fume. I know this is already available at Sephora, a few other places. And when I first read the notes, even when I read the name and I saw the bottle, I kind of wrote it off instantly, and I thought, no, this isn't going to be for me. Looks really masculine, sounds masculine. But then I started reading reviews, and it sounds like people really love this fragrance, and I have to try it. If you have tried this fragrance, you have to let me know what you think. And even if it's not something that I'm going to wear, maybe this is something that my husband would really like. A gift idea. I did already get him the bulk of his present, but our anniversary is coming up. It's year 3, so that's leather. I'm trying to think of some leather gift ideas. If you have any, let me know down below. But I kind of thought maybe add something else to the Christmas gift, maybe a new fragrance. He really likes a lot of the Tom Fords. I think my dad likes a lot of the Tom Fords, so it might not be for me, but maybe as a gift for somebody else. It says, New Eben Fume conjures transcendent calm through the mystical powers of Palo Santo, which I love, stoked by the warm elegance of roses and ebony wood. It sounds like it's kind of spicy, woody, a little bit smoky. Probably not something that I would wear. I still want to smell it. Could be one of the best men's fragrances out there. The more comments I read from other people who have smelled it, the more interested I am to try it. I haven't really been wowed by a Tom Ford fragrance in a long time. I did pick up Soleil Brûlant over the summer in the gold bottle. I really like that fragrance, but I didn't end up wearing it as much as I would have hoped, especially for the price. Wasn't a huge fan of Bitter Peach or the Tuberose New, and I really like Tuberose, so that surprised me. I'm hoping this really wows me and knocks my socks off. I want to be excited for this fragrance. So we'll see. And the last fragrance I want to talk about today is the new Bond called Nomad. It comes in this beautiful blue bottle. I received a couple messages from people on Instagram asking me if I planned to review the perfume, so I immediately put it on my radar, and I kept checking Bloomingdale's, Saks to see who would get it first. And I was thinking about maybe doing a blind buy. Well, I'm glad I didn't, because I ran into my local Saks to pick something up a couple weeks ago now, and they had this huge display with this fragrance, and I was able to try it in person, and it was a roller coaster ride. When I first sprayed it on, I think I sprayed it on the blotter card and my arm, it blew me away. It was wow. And I thought in that moment, I have to buy this. I love it. I have to buy this fragrance. It's so incredible. But I let it dry down, and I gave it a minute. I think I had to go to Sephora to pick something up. And by the time I got back, I just was on the fence. I figured it would be safer to just go home for the day, keep smelling my arm, and see if I changed my mind. And that way I could always go back and pick it up. And by the time I got in the car to leave the mall, I just didn't really like it anymore. It went from an instant yes to an instant, oh, no, 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 no. This is definitely not for me. And so I'm very curious to hear from other people and kind of talk with other fragrance lovers and fragrance enthusiasts to see what they think about this fragrance. It is so different from start to finish. The dry down is what I really do not love. It's so woody. It's so woody and so earthy. I guess maybe they were thinking nomad, it'll be sort of earthy and like adventurous, and I kind of get that, but I was hoping for something more like Greenwich Village, where it has that fruity floral sweetness, something really yummy and delicious. By the end, I had all wood, nothing but wood. I mentioned in my last fragrance video that I've picked up a bit of a sensitivity to sandalwood, so maybe it's just me and my nose. Need to hear from you and what you think. I kind of want to go back and revisit and try it again. Give it a second chance because, it is very difficult to smell fragrances in store at the moment. Of course, in any department store, there are so many smells coming at you in all directions. So it's worth revisiting. especially since I had that strong reaction right away. But I haven't heard much about it since. When it was announced, I had so many people flooding my DMs, but now I don't really hear anybody talk about it. So I don't know if maybe everybody had the same reaction I had. Now we're getting into all of the new makeup. Here's something to look forward to in 2022. Charlotte Tilbury is launching a new foundation. I cannot wait for this. It is called Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. I'm looking at the Trend Mood page right now. Let's see, it's a Science and Color Innovation Foundation, medium coverage, instant glow infused with hydrating hyaluronic acid, brightening rose complex. Oh, it kind of reminds me of maybe By Terry. Brightening rose complex to improve the look of skin every time you wear it. Skin looks radiant, plump, and smooth. Available in 30 shades. And it's a 1 ounce bottle. Looks like it's in a little squeezy tube. It might have a pump. It might just be the little squeezy. But I'm curious. I love the Charlotte Tilbury foundations. I really like the Airbrush Flawless Filter. That's what it's called, Airbrush Flawless Filter. I really like her Magic Foundation, the Tinted Moisturizer. Of course, the Hollywood Flawless Filter is incredible. So this sounds really nice. It sounds like the first Charlotte Tilbury foundation that is truly meant for dry skin or more mature skin. Of course, the Airbrush Flawless Filter foundation was said to be anti-aging and have skincare ingredients, but it was so dry. It was such a harsh matte foundation. It dried down really quickly and then it didn't really budge on the skin. So I found it to be sort of tricky to work with. This sounds like it's actually going to be hydrating, dewy, plumping with that hyaluronic acid. I think this will be perfect for anybody with mature skin, dry skin. This could be the answer. And maybe you could mix the two foundations together, who knows? But I just think this sounds wonderful. A great option for her range of foundations. It says it will be available January 5th on their website. I will immediately add to cart. I will absolutely be reviewing this foundation. I think there's a lot of buzz circulating. I've heard from a lot of people who are interested in this. Next, we have a sneak peek at the Givenchy Spring Collection, and it looks very beautiful. It looks like 3 lipsticks and then a blush highlighter hybrid product. I'm not sure what to think about this, if it's going to be more blush, more highlight. Looks like you have a little bit of everything. It looks really beautiful. I love the look of these lipsticks. I'm so happy with my Givenchy holiday highlighter. I'm so glad I picked that up. I think they did come out with blushes, but I never purchased any of them. So this would be on my radar. I'm kind of sitting on the fence, to be honest, because I'm tempted to start the year off in a low buy. I'm not going to say no buy. I'm not going to set myself up for failure. And of course, some exclusions would apply. I always review Chanel products, so I'm not going to stop reviewing Chanel. I will always buy the new Chanel launches. I kind of want to scale back on the seasonal launches, especially limited edition items like this, because it just becomes too much. I forget about past purchases that I made a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm running out of room to store all of this makeup, but I'm also not able to test products long enough. I don't feel like I'm able to give each item, each product enough love to give a long-term review. You know, the initial first impression is fun and that's nice, but there are a lot of products that have become holy grails that I didn't love the first time I used them, and it took time. You know, you have to experiment, try different products together and see how they work out. So I really like to revisit some of my past purchases and the makeup that I think I love. I loved it the one time I used it, and really put those products to use instead of buying more all the time. It's never ending. Not truly. It will never end. These brands are not going to suddenly stop launching products. So I'm definitely going to slow down. I slowed down a lot this year. I'm proud of myself. But next year, I think I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit more. Of course, here I am tempted by a Givenchy highlighter, which I clearly do not need. These lipsticks look really pretty as well. I did such a great job with my low buy on lipsticks this year. I've been able to finish lipsticks for the first time in a long time. Brings me so much joy, you have no idea. I scrolled down a little bit further on the Trend Mood page, and here we have a brand new compact from Christian Dior. This is limited edition packaging for the Dior Forever Perfect Cushion Foundation. It's this really pretty houndstooth with the Christian Dior logo. It looks like there are some lipsticks that look really pretty and a bag with the collection. I really like the look of this. The cushion compacts, we've talked about it before. It seems like every brand launched them last year. I don't know, is this a truly popular product? Do you use your cushion foundations? If you've purchased these, do you use them? Do you use them up? Buy the refill? Certainly like the idea of just purchasing small refills instead of a giant foundation every single time. I just haven't found one that I personally really like. But this packaging is so tempting. I would be tempted to pick up this foundation just to get the little cute package, and then I think they do sell the refills, so I could always pick those up. And they even have the Dream Skin in a cushion foundation. I wonder if the Dream Skin and the foundation would both work in the same compact. I'm not sure. So this looks really beautiful. The lipsticks I will most likely skip, but this cushion foundation compact looks beautiful. Turning now to Chic Profile Official's page, we have a sneak peek at the rest of the spring collection from Dior, and it looks like they are launching another trio eyeshadow palette, which I am not a big fan of. I think this might be the third year in a row. Yeah, I think this is the third year they've come out with something similar. So this one looks like the same colors as the past 2 years. It says Mineral, Christian Dior, and then Glow down at the bottom. These palettes just do nothing for me. Nothing. I really like the new Quince. I think the formula is great, and I just love how convenient a quint is because you have 5 eyeshadows in one small palette. It's so versatile. It's just very user-friendly and compact, but the trio, the colors aren't really that interesting, and I just feel like it is the most basic eyeshadow palette in existence. I don't think it is really worth spending the same amount of money, but not getting the 2 extra eyeshadows, you get 3 instead of 5. So this 833 Mineral Rose looks very boring to me. I felt the same way about the Dior Spring Collection this year, and from what I saw, a lot of the reviews were kind of it was so-so. I didn't feel like I missed anything for the spring, summer, or the fall collection. The fall actually looked really beautiful. I'm still happy that I skipped it just because I need to limit myself and have some restraint. This looks so basic. I'm not really that interested in this palette. Let me know your thoughts. I'm sure there are plenty of people who do really like these trios, by the way, especially if you want just something soft and light. I tend to lean towards the Les Beige palettes from Chanel that have 5 eyeshadows that give a similar look. Softer, more natural. It's not going to be really intense, no crazy color stories or intense pigment, but it's really just that perfect everyday palette. For me, I would just rather go with the Les Beige palettes versus these trios. It looks pretty, the colors are pretty. I'm sure you can create pretty makeup looks with it. That does not mean you should buy it. Just because it's pretty doesn't mean you should buy it. This is a collection that just launched from Tom Ford. It's their new Badass holiday collection. The eyeshadows look very user-friendly. I think the colors are very pretty. The lipsticks look really bold and intense. I love that silvery packaging. Very pretty. This is an easy skip for me. Even if I wasn't on a low buy trying not to purchase makeup, there's just nothing about this collection or many of the recent Tom Ford collections that speaks to me, that really grabs me and makes me want to shell out my money. I don't know. I'm sure these colors will be really nice. A lot of neutrals. I like the pops of the sparkle, and I've seen swatches of this palette. I think Angela Van Rose has swatches of this palette, and I thought, wow, they really stepped up their game. Even still, I find it really easy to skip this entire collection. I probably mention it every time we talk about Tom Ford, but I have to mention it again. Tom Ford tends to go on sale. The cosmetics company, they have them in almost every outlet mall, at least in the US. They carry Tom Ford products, and not old Tom Ford products. I guess it depends on the store you go to, but I have visited some cosmetic stores where they have the new launches just a couple months later. So it's not like you have to wait that long. This stuff will go on sale. And even this year with the holidays, I feel like all of the department stores are running promotions and sales on their current merchandise. I feel no need to ever pay full price for Tom Ford. And of course, the prices are some of the highest out there. Wait for some sort of department store promotion. If you have to have the newness right now and you don't want to wait, you can still get money knocked off. But truly, if you're willing to wait a few months, this will be at the outlet mall. They carry Bumble and Bumble, Bobbi Brown, Estee Lauder, of course, MAC, all of that entire Estee Lauder family, all of those brands, Too Faced. I mean, they have so many deals in there too. You can walk in and just fill your basket for $30. I have purchased some steals on Tom Ford makeup from the outlet. It's just not worth paying full price anymore. And the very last product I have here to talk about is from Fenty. I love liquid highlighters, and they are launching a new liquid formula. It's the Liquid Kilowatt Fluid Freestyle Highlighter. The shades look stunning. Now these look like a true liquid highlighter, similar to the Danessa Myricks. There are a few others where when you swatch it, it's kind of blinding. But I still think because it's a liquid, it would be versatile. You could probably mix it into your foundation. I don't know if you could use this as a primer. I'm not sure you would want to apply this all over your face and then go in with foundation, but you could still mix it into your foundation, mix it into your body lotion, your concealer. So many ways to use it, just endless possibilities. And I love these shades. I think Hustla Baby 2.0 is coming home with me. Maybe the Vintage Velour. I like how they correspond to skin tone, so it looks like there will be something really flattering here for everybody, regardless of your skin tone. And they're $28, so not a terrible price. I'm kind of curious to see how big the tube is, but the photos of the models look really beautiful. It looks like it's very shiny, but it's not too glittery, not too shimmery. Just kind of like the most beautiful, natural looking highlight. I can't wait. I'll definitely be picking one of these up. And then low buy. The low buy begins after I've purchased this highlighter. That's everything I have to talk about for today's video, so let's talk about the giveaway. One lucky subscriber will win everything you see on your screen. The products will be listed down in the description box. All you have to do to enter is make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Follow me on Instagram at ErinNicoleTV. Like and comment on this video. Include your Instagram handle because that's how I will contact the winner. The giveaway will remain open for 1 week and then the winner will be announced randomly the following day. My 12 days of giveaways are all open internationally, so good luck to everybody who enters. And that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I love hearing from you guys, so sound off in the comment section if you are interested in any of these new launches. Are you still excited shopping for makeup, or are you sort of burnt out at the moment? Let me know. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.